Hello there, I'm Callum Johns, and today is special news for you. Republic Commando, the same as Jedi Knight, Jedi Academy, Jedi Knight, Jedi Outcast, and Episode 1 Racer, is coming to the Nintendo Switch and the PlayStation 4. And PlayStation 5 with backwards compatibility, as I note in an article I'm about to read. It's coming up on April the 6th, so plenty of time to save up some money for it. And I'll get stuck into this article, which has a good screenshot, of course, the classic Republic Commando. And the title is The Classic Republic Commando Blasts onto PlayStation and Nintendo Switch. Exclusive. Interesting to note for me that they have both of the platforms in the title, compared to previously they would only mention the Nintendo Switch on the title and not the PlayStation, even though they mention PlayStation in the article itself. Anyway, Lucasfilm Games, as they've retitled it, Matt Philbrandt talks to StarWars.com about bringing the beloved shooter back for one more mission. It's the same missions. They wouldn't have added missions in, right? Anyway, Boss is back. Lucasfilm Games and Asper announced today that the classic prequel era shooter Star Wars Republic Commando will come to PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 via backwards compatibility and Nintendo Switch on April 6. Originally released in 2005 for PC and Xbox and is currently available on Steam and GOG. Republic Commando introduced the Elite Delta Squad, a team of clone commandos dispatched to handle the most dangerous missions for the Republic. The game put players in the role inside the helmet of squad leader RC-1138, aka Boss, and 1138 being a reference to George Lucas's THX-1138. If you don't know, it's an interesting movie. I would say watch it if you're into knowing a bit more of the background of George Lucas and filmography a bit. And getting some of the references is at least knowing the title of that. This is dotted throughout Star Wars, with the ability to issue commands to teammates and with a variety of weapons as they battled across the galaxy. Today, Republic Commando is regarded as one of the best Star Wars games. To mark the news of its re-release, StarWars.com spoke with Lucasfilm Games executive producer Matt Philbrandt, who worked on both the original game and its pending digital reissue, about the legacy of Republic Commando and more. We'll see what the and more is. Okay, Republic Commando is one of those games that comes up quite often when Star Wars fans talk about their favourites. Why do you think the game connected the way it did? I think Republic Commando connected with fans because it was the first time they got to look into the story from a clone trooper's perspective, literally from within the helmet, and it went deeper into the special operations side of the Star Wars military. That hadn't been done before, and it wasn't shy about trying to project more of a gritty edge. The original trailer did a great job of introducing the game in that way to fans, being able to contribute to the continuity with this unique perspective that later made the appearance in the Clone Wars animated series was really rewarding. Okay, so one of the first things is I don't think it hadn't been done before, because thinking about the deeper into special operations side of the Star Wars military, we have the X-Wing series of novels, which, if you read it, has Rogue Squadron in the first lot, which focuses on Rogue Squadron and then turns to focus on Wraith Squadron later. Rogue Squadron goes in undercover and it's a special operation to take Coruscant for the New Republic, or was going to become the New Republic when they set up the capital. It was all the transition from Rebellion into New Republic at that time. And so I think it had been done before, but it hadn't been done before in video games or in the visual medium. Although you could argue that there's a Rogue Squadron comics. So yeah. Additionally, the idea of a game where you can control an entire squad of characters to get through each mission, the squad is your weapon, and give them commands to take out targets, heal each other during combat, was something different that fans had not seen from a Star Wars game before. True. Each of the commandos in Delta Squad had a unique personality and voice, which added great flavour to the storytelling of this group. It was a great subject with interesting characters in a compelling story with fun, immersive gameplay. For sure, it's a great game. A lot of people love it. I've loved playing the bit I have played. It has been so long I cannot remember if I actually finished it, but we'll be playing it on the channel at one point. Maybe even around April 6th. We'll see. A couple of screenshots there. It was said that part of the decision to return to the Lucasfilm games branding was to more embrace the legacy of Star Wars games. Yes, it was Lucasfilm's games at the start, and then it became LucasArts, which, I mean, bringing back the name is a bit like, well, oh crap, we got rid of LucasArts, now we have to go back. Anyway, that is not the topic of this. There is bringing Republic Commando to new platforms part of that. Our fans have so many ways to access this great franchise via films, books, comics, toys, and animated and live action TV shows, and of course, games. Yes, read the EU in the books and the comics. There's even EU toys, animated series. You have the 2003 Genndy Tartakovsky micro series for the Clone Wars, which I would definitely recommend if you have not checked it out. You can look it up. And we don't have EU live action TV shows, but Underworld was in the works, so they're obviously referring to some of the newer things that I'm not really interested in. It's cool if you want to watch it, but I'm not really interested. And near and dear to my heart is our legacy of video games, which allows fans to directly connect with the story through game controllers, mouse and keyboard, or mobile devices, which I'm very proud to have been a part of for the past 21 years. Republic Commando is a part of that legacy, and for some it leaves an indelible mark on their fandom that they carry the rest of their lives. I hear from fans all the time that it was their favourite game, just like many other games from the original Lucasfilm games and LucasArts are for so many others. That's the spirit and feeling we want to capture with the return of the renewed Lucasfilm games brand. Well, to my understanding, it was mostly Asper that has been doing the ports rather than a specific Lucasfilm Games brand, because Asper were bringing the couple of Jedi Knight games and Episode 1 Racer before. So they have a minimal part in that from the Lucasfilm side. But it's great that we're getting ports of Republic Commando, which I would say, as far as favourite game, I would have to replay it, to be honest, but I love some EU games for different things, like KOTOR would be my favourite for story, Jedi Knight would be my favourite for gameplay, that sort of thing. Couple of screenshots. Ah yes, cool, you worked on Republic Commando for its original release. What were your goals for the game back then? The goal was to bring together influences from tactical military shooters and other shooters that were popular around that time, trying to capture the feeling of coordination of a co-op experience within that genre. Those types of games tend to be pretty hardcore and lethal, so another goal was to make it more accessible for a broad Star Wars gamer audience. Those influences contribute to the idea of the player having some tactical control of a squad of commandos that wasn't overly complex. Really, a very difficult problem to solve was finding a good balance of the feeling of tactical control that isn't overly complicated, that is fun and not frustrating, all of which the game does pretty well and did it over 15 years ago. Yeah, see, they really innovated, I think, with expanded universe games, which is one of the things I love about EU games. It's like, not every single one of them were brilliant and innovated as much as Republic Commando and some others, but they tried things, and that's what I love about that. As someone who had a hand in making Republic Commando, how does it feel to release it for new audiences on PlayStation and Nintendo Switch? It's a very rewarding feeling to see it have such a strong following all these years later, and to be a part of releasing it again. It was originally only released on Xbox and PC, so to be able to bring it out on PlayStation and Switch for Star Wars gamers that may have read about it, but never had a chance to play it, is exciting. Looking back, so many talented people put so much of themselves into bringing this game to life. It was a great collaborative effort over 15 years ago, and all of their great work will be available for old Republic Commando fans to play again on PlayStation and Switch, and now for a new generation of fans to try for the first time. Here we go. Star Wars Republic Commando arrives April 6th for PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5 via Black's compatibility, and Nintendo Switch. You can pre-order the Nintendo Switch version now, if you want to. I may do that when I get my next pay, when I have enough money. Got plenty of time. So yes, very cool, very cool. This last bit I would just mention is you can read about it. I would highly recommend the Republic Commando series of novels by Karen Travis. I quite enjoyed them. There is a little bit of contention around people that are real fans of Jedi don't really like the Mandalorian perspective of the Jedi that Karen Travis writes, but I really enjoyed them. There's a great story there, and it is very much in the same vein of military, special operations, all of that in novel form, and they're brilliant to read, and they counterpart this game, which is great. What we also have is an announcement trailer for Star Wars Republic Commando, which is going to be really cool to watch.
Let's go! Push those cannons to the start!
Join the three brothers and become fierce hunters for the Republic.
Stay quiet. Move in. Execute assault.
Affirmative, sir. Hit him hard, Delta.
Wookiee freedom must not be sacrificed.
Nice. Goody. I am keen for that. As I said, you can pre-order on the Nintendo eShop for Nintendo Switch at the moment, and it'll be coming out on the PlayStation Store a bit later on. Definitely check it out, one of the greats, and paying for it and buying it will support more expanded universe, and it'll be a great time to play it. So if you haven't played it as well, it is available, and it'll be awesome to play and experience. So that's pretty much my thoughts on it, my sort of report on it. Don't forget, I am streaming on Twitch as well. I'll be streaming my playing Republic Commando over there, and do it with a live audience interaction, as shown by some of my recent gaming videos. I have some more lined up. I'll get there with editing it. It's been busy, but now I'm getting into more of a normal routine. It'll be good. And then all of that good stuff. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this was informative, and give me your thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Anyway,